As far as a teenager, a little bit of trouble, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Made a bunch of friends, hung out with a lot of people, made a bunch of enemies, ran from a lot of people. Uh, you know, pretty pretty standard, really. Yeah, teenagers, they go by so quick, dude. You don't even know they're there until they're gone. Of raising my two kids, Gianna, Angelo, I love you guys. My twins, you're the best. You're very special. It's as far as the day to day goes, the wife takes care of a lot of that. I spend a little more time at the office and at the shop than I do at the house. And when I get to the house, usually it's a little later, and it's just a different dynamic. But it is my absolute honor and pleasure to be able to provide for that family and make sure that they're not hungry, make sure they're not getting rained on, make sure that they can get to work, they can get to school. We have a couple of little nice things. We can take vacations, and the fact that my wife is able to concentrate, not all, but I'd say a little majority of her time making sure the kids are happy. On his deathbed, he was like, Vinny, I never understood a lot of your decisions.
Oh.
But if I'm in trouble, I would like you in my corner. I don't know what that sounds like. Probably makes me sound like an asshole, but it's just my pleasure to be part of it, really. And just the fact that they let me live there, I'm pretty happy with that. So, that made an impact on you or stuck with you, because you obviously have a great deal of respect for me, and I'm just trying to find out why.
I think a big one, like I'm saying, at 9 years old, one good lesson I always remember is you taught me had the idea of how to keep your emotions in check as a competitor and as a person, to be able to handle your business with a competitive spirit that's your emotions are in check.
If I can barely figure it out, man, that was a good answer. I didn't see that one coming. I don't think we rehearsed that shit.
I want to ask, there's people listening, what would your advice be to them if they were growing up? And
be a man about it, drive through it. No fucking excuses. It's pretty simple. It's pretty cut and dry. As a father and a husband, I like to say, I'm the man for a reason. My daughter and my wife, God love them, they got different emotions, and I'm not trying to start a whole big thing, where it's, oh God, women are women, men are men. But I honestly do believe that they're different for a reason. I'm sorry that there's 100 different fucking genders now, dude, but that ain't me. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. It's not me. To each his own. But to me, a man's a man, a woman's a woman. I'm on here to do one job on the planet. You're here to do the other. And obviously, I'm not going to marry somebody who doesn't believe in similar type of characteristics in a day-to-day function of a family, and just be who you are. Don't take excuses, but don't accept any shorts either. You're not allowed to get taken advantage of. Just because you're skinny or white, don't mean you got to be a pussy. Just because you got this disability or that disability, doesn't mean you got to take any shit. Just because you got this going on in your life and that going on in your life, doesn't mean that you can't still stand up and be a man and drive through your problems like a grown-up. You know what I'm saying? And, okay, you're saying teenagers, so you're almost grown-ups. So you got that to look forward to for the rest of your life. 40s, I'm just barely in now. Come on, let's not push it. I'm only 43. I'm not 45 yet, but 40s, I'm kind of stoked. I'm just ready to chill. I'm kind of set in my ways a little bit. I understand kind of who I am as a family man. I understand who I am as a father. I definitely got some things I need to work on. But I've come leaps and bounds, from the 30s to the 40s. 10 years ago, if you'd have told me I was in the position I am now, I'd have called you a fucking liar to your face. So who knows what's going to happen when I'm 53?
Enjoy.
Oh, Bob. He is everything that I tried to be as a father and a family man. Nothing but a respectful dude. Old school, cowboy, loyal. Said some words to me on more than one occasion that really meant something to me. Between 23 and 43 is like you fucking turn around and it's over. Soon you're gonna look around, you're gonna have a wife, you're gonna have kids, you're gonna have fucking people bitching out, you're gonna have in-laws, you're gonna have a house full of people cooking turkeys and making sauce and doing all kinds of shit. And you're not knowing which way is up. Remember those. Remember those memories. The Salvo clan?
Yeah.
Forget about it. It's gonna be live.
Dude, before we finish up, give me a couple of like hard facts about you. Like,
don't be scared to take an ass whooping. That is the best advice. I mean, you don't want to die. You know, don't get me wrong. You don't want to pull weapons out and shit, but don't be scared to tell the motherfucker he's wrong. And you disrespected me, and that's a fucking problem. Or you disrespected my woman, and that's a fucking problem. These things are going to happen throughout life. I mean, from the time you're, born to the time you die. When I was, a youngster and up to like my teenage years, we used to go to Grandma Rosie's and we'd have smelt and we'd have octopus and we'd have sauce and we'd have meatballs and sausage and it was all the Dagos and all the Guineas and everybody's in one room and it's literally like what you see on the movies. And then once I moved out here, I'd go back once in a while, but once, the family starts dying off, people go their separate ways. You try to keep that tradition alive. Like I still make sauce to this day. I definitely, I named my kids Angelo and Gianna on purpose, to try to keep that bloodline going and that Italianism. I mean, I remember shooting dice at elementary school for pencils that had NFL teams on them. We'd bet like San Francisco Niners against one Bengal or two of your Rams against, one Cleveland Brown. And then we'd shoot craps and, that was back in like 80 freaking 8, and that's leaps and bounds of generations ago, it seems. I did love me some Donkey Kong and some Mario Brothers, like Nintendo. That was my shit, dude. I'll never remember. It was very influential just because it was kind of the start of the tech shit. Very far from internet and smartphones. Bikes, riding on pegs, riding on handlebars, smacking each other around, dude, doing backflips on trampolines, just the same old shit that, most, I'd say, hopefully most kids do today. Boy, that's a big question, Kyler.
you talk some controversy, so here we go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really curious as to what I really could have said or did that made that kind of impact.
I think it's got to be you're a man of your word, whether it was good or it was bad, you accept it and you understand that that's how you move forward. And you have the ability to represent that, the respect of, if you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it, man. Mm-hmm. You have that dedication and that will to do it. What are you on this planet for?
Take care of my people, dude.
Take care of
If I don't do it, who will?
No, yeah, true.
I'm here to take care of my family, those 4 walls, dog.
Wow.
And the people that mean something to me, like my nephew right here, needed and wanted at the same time, but you might have already been burned by this motherfucker a couple times. And so, okay, I can help you out again, but I've already done that. I've been burned. I'm not going to go down that road again. I'm going to have to step away. This is not my 4 walls.
So, what are you most proud about yourself?
Come this far and just like being a person, man, being a father, being a husband, and being able to take care of my family. I mean, that really, I never saw that coming when I was 26. At 26, if you said, Vinny, at 43, you're going to be in this position, in this house, with this business, with this income, and this shit. I just said, you're fucking crazy. Just go make it. You don't got to fake nothing. Just go get it. Get after it. That's all you should do. And if you can't handle it, move on to something else. I mean, if it ain't you, it ain't you. You don't have to set your eyes on one prize. Special double episode, baby.